Marhaba, my name is Sheba and welcome to my channel. This is Select Sheba. I just bought a new bathing suit. I'm going to Mexico next month and the top fit, but the bottoms did not, so I had to get some new bottoms. But look at how cute this is. I love this cowrie shell. I know cowrie shell have like spiritual significance that I have to look up, but I love it. And I love this color on me. I think it's so pretty. How are you? It is Tuesday. I didn't get on yesterday, so I'm gonna do, a double video day, probably this week. But yeah, yesterday I had just such a fun day. Yesterday was Monday. And this message finds you whenever you're supposed to find it. But, I think the message that I want to come through that I learned from yesterday, that was reaffirmed to me yesterday is, what did I put down? Okay. There's no need to rush or stress, babe. It was just 1:11 on my timer. Okay. There's no need to rush or stress, babe. Just enjoy yourself. That's what the divine wants from you. They want you to enjoy yourself. Every time you feel rushed or stressed, consider that that's made up and it's not true and disregard it. Maybe, sit with it, reflect on it, I wonder where that comes from. I wonder whose voice that is. I wonder whose voice it is that's rushing me. Because a lot of times it's not my voice. It's like my mom's or my old supervisors or, Billy's mom or something. Like I have someone else's voice that is telling me I'm, behind, or I have done something wrong or bad that's, worthy of me stressing about. Okay? So yesterday, had a lovely day, woke up without an alarm, and I remembered that later that day, we were going to hang out with a girl that we met at that wedding we went to in Canada a couple of weeks ago, at the beginning of September. Wow, September has been an expansive month. Man, time is such an illusion. Time always expands for me. I love that. But yeah, so we had gone to this wedding and we'd met this really beautiful lesbian couple who were so impressed with me. I had told them about I was retired and they gave me this blessing thing. It was so cool. And one of them was in, they have family who's in the same state as me, Maryland. And so, yeah, she messaged me a couple of days ago and said she was going to be in town and wanted to know if we could hang out on Monday. And I was like, oh my gosh, absolutely, yes. And so they were in a part of Maryland that I'm not familiar with. It's called Germantown. I thought maybe it was just a little suburb of DC, so it would be easy to figure out. But, if you're from Maryland, Germantown is out by Gaithersburg, which I feel is close to nothing. And so, she's also not familiar with the area because she is from Canada. And so she, was like, if you have any places you can suggest, I'm totally down. And so for on Monday morning, I was Googling places to go in Germantown, places to go near this, blah, blah, blah. And a lot of the people were like, there's nothing really here. It's not a, nightlife kind of town. And so I started to get kind of stressed, and I was like, oh, I wish I like to be the person who's when someone comes to town, I'm like, ooh, let's go to this place. Let's go to this hidden gem. Let's go to this cool spot. But I don't know shit about Germantown, babe. So but then I remembered, wait, let me relax. I'm supposed to be having a good time. So I don't have to figure out all of the details. 444 on my timer. So, oof, you don't have to figure out all the details, babe. And so I messaged this, the woman, and I was like, hey, I realize I actually am not familiar with the area that you're in, so your guess is as good as mine. And she was like, oh my gosh, that's no problem. I'll just ask my brother. And okay, so awesome. I was like, great, that's solved. And so then I was thinking about how are we going to get down to her, okay? Because we don't have a car these days. And so we're in Baltimore, and this place was about 55 minutes away, okay? And so I was like looking, I was like, okay, we can usually take like, there's like a train that we can take, and then I could take Ubers and stuff. And so I was trying to like plan out the trip and stuff. And I went to Billy, and I was like, I see the train is going to be like an hour and 45 minutes. Is that okay? And we're going to have to take these Ubers and stuff. And Billy was like, why don't we just drive? Why don't we just get an Uber to take us? How much would that be? And it was going to be like $85. And like, he was like, I mean, we have money now. So, and I was like, you're right. What is going to be the easier thing? Planning all of this, you know, going on different trains and then Ubers and stuff? Or is it easiest to just pay $85 and get dropped off directly at our destination? It was perfect. I was still thinking like someone who's in scarcity mindset, someone who isn't retired, someone who isn't financially set. And so I was trying to like nickel and dime and be like, ooh, let me like, you know, but then I was stressed because like, you know, the trains, I was trying to like time it out and stuff so we could like meet up with her, but wouldn't be waiting too long. And yeah, Billy was like, let's just get an Uber directly there. Perfect. And so it was like another example of like, man, I don't need to stress, babe. And I don't need to rush. That was the thing about the train too. You know, when you're taking the train, you have to get there at a certain time. And if you're taking 2 trains, you have to, you know, catch the next train. And so it was going to be like kind of stressful to have to time it out and stuff. And so then I realized like, wait, I don't need to rush. My job is to just like hang out. So like my job is to hang out with this awesome girl. And so, yeah, Billy was like, let's just drive down. And so, you know, we were going to meet at like 3:30 or something. And so I, you know, scheduled an Uber to come pick us up at 2:30. And it came and got us. But okay, you know, I'm always in my house. I forget that, there's traffic. And so I left, so we left at 2:30. A lot of people, I guess, are going to pick up their children and stuff. And we start on the journey, and like 45 minutes go by, and we're not even out of the city. We haven't even left Baltimore yet. And like I had noticed that we're in this like almost standstill traffic, and I was just like, what is going on? Anyway, but then I started to think about like, oof, I would hate to be whoever is the who's responsible for the traffic. I know they're so embarrassed. I know when I've been in a fender bender, and just like the feeling of shame as like everyone else is like driving past. I know no one's really looking at me, but like I just remember feeling like, oh. And so I felt bad for whoever was, you know, the cause of the traffic. And actually when we got past it, there was this guy who like his car was getting taken by a tow truck, and his arm was all messed up and stuff. So wild. And so, yeah, so we finally, you know, go, and we're scheduled to get there at like 3:45, I had told her. And so at like 3:30, we're not even like out of Baltimore. And so I was like, girl, I'm sorry. Can we push this back to like, the GPS says it's going to be 4:10 now. So like, can we push it back? And she was like, yeah, totally fine. You know, she had an audiobook, so she was just going to chill and watch that. I was like, great. And so we're going. Man, okay, this trip was supposed to take us an hour. It ended up taking us, we left at 2:30, and we got there at 4:54, I remember. And I remember old versions of myself previous versions of myself used to be so stressed about getting to a place on time, or at the time I had told people I was going to get there. Great instinct, of course. But I used to like really, really stress when there would be traffic or something else, because a lot of times I would leave like with just enough time to like get there. So if there was any traffic, it would be incredibly stressful. And so, yeah, now I'm just in a totally different place where like, I don't have anywhere to go. I don't have anywhere to be. I mean, I'm going to meet up with my friend, but like she doesn't have anywhere to be. So there's really no rush. So there's really no reason to stress because there's no reason to rush. So like I could just kind of enjoy chilling. I could just enjoy the ride with Billy. And so me and Billy got to chat. And it was great. It was awesome. And so then when we finally got there, 2.5 hours later, an hour and a half longer than we expected our trip to take, we were so happy to be there. And, I had brought with us like some, like a shroom microdose and then a joint for us. And so we went to Topgolf. Y'all ever been to Topgolf? I'd never been either, but she had actually suggested that. That's what her brother had said, like pretty much Topgolf is the only thing around. So, and she was like, I've never been, but like, I thought it'd be cool. And, she said we seemed like activity people, and we are activity people. We are experience queens. We love to do a thing, though we can also just like sit and chill and eat. That's also an activity, but, yeah, like I'll do a thing. And so I'd never done Topgolf, and neither had any of us. And it was really fun though, actually. I really enjoyed it. And like, there was also like when we got tired of golfing, we just like sat, and they have a bar and, lounge area. You can just chill. It was so nice. It was so nice. And it was really nice to catch up with that girl and get to know her better. Oh my gosh. She, is, the oldest daughter of like an African family. And she, had just told her mom, she had just come out to her mom. She's dating this woman, and who's really awesome. And, so she had just told her mom, and we were like, how did that go? And she said, not well. My African mom, of course did not understand. Hey, like my babes, in the comments, what's going on, honey? If you don't like it, go move on. I think your mom's calling you. Okay, it's just, like what's going on? If you're not able to follow what's going on, I get it. I'm a lawyer. I'm smarter than most people, and so it might be stressing your brain to receive the complex story I'm telling. But try to chill, okay? Try to calm down, baby. Okay? It's all right. You'll be out of your mother's house soon. And then, the world gets much better when you can do whatever you want. All right? Because then, bringing it back, you just really realize everything is all made up. And there is no need to rush. There's no need to stress. And so, yeah. So her mom was like talking about, just being sad and homophobic and stuff. And, like she was talking about it because she was going to go to a family wedding, and they were going to have, and so it's just, anyway, everyone at the wedding was like, whatever, who cares? And her mom was like really trying hard to like say like, oh, everyone will care. Oh man, what will everyone think? And she was really just like, I think they're fine with it. And that's the proper orientation. Truly, there's no stress. Even if we have this fear, like, oh my God, what will people say? Most people are too chicken shit to say anything to your face. Hey, clap cheeks. Like, it's really sad that you're so bored by the story, but can't look away. I get it. My voice is so hypnotic that I can literally just be talking about bullshit, and an idiot dude will still be like, I love it. So anyway, babes, literally all of this is made up. There is no need to rush. You'll get there when you're supposed to get there. I was thinking too, like, you know, that we were so delayed. There must have been something that's like, you know, that might have harmed us or injured us had we been on time, had we been where I thought we would be, you know? And so, like, everything is for you, babes. Everything is for you. Oh, Clap Cheeks is so obsessed with me. Oh my gosh. I get it. It's hard to experience a beautiful woman, let alone a beautiful, wealthy, rich woman. But maybe one day, you know, someone will be able to stand being in the same room with you, Clap Cheeks. Probably not. I don't know you at all, but the very small amount of time I've been with you has been terrible and really gross. Why does a person watch me muted? Actually, I get that. Sometimes I like to watch a music video or like a movie, but put music to it. It is a cool sound. And I actually am just as beautiful and interesting and like enchanting, whether or not you hear or receive what I'm saying. But yeah, anyway, babes, there's really no need to stress about things. And whenever people try to get you to stress about things or rush, know that that is manufactured. Especially in American society, we're just really taught that everything is so urgent, which is also another like tenet of white supremacy is urgency, along with, you know, supremacy of the written word, but this manufactured urgency. So if you're coming from like 9 to 5 or, you know, a corporate kind of a thing, it's very, you know, everything's on a deadline and you got to always like get on a schedule and you have all these metrics and it's all this stress and it's like completely made up. Completely made up. Maybe if you're a doctor, you know, but like the most of us, all of this rush and stress is manufactured and it's there to keep you dysregulated. But we know better than that. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh my God, this guy is so obsessed with me. Why does he love me so much? I get it. I understand. Yeah. So anyway, what am I going to do the rest of the day? Oh my gosh. And today was so great. So we, after Topgolf and chatting with this girl who was so awesome, we got an Uber back up. The Uber back up was like $50, so cheap. And I was like, man, I can't believe I was going to be like trying to do the stressful task of having to catch multiple trains in order to get to the... It was cheap. It was easy. I loved it. Title of my memoir, Cheap and Easy. But yeah, anyway, and so we came back up and it was like 11 p.m. and, you know, we just chilled. It was so great. And so we got to like, relax. And I realized I used to be really stressed about like getting to sleep on time, getting enough sleep. Cause I know that when I wake up, I'm like really groggy and just like, and when I had to work, it was the worst. I just hated it. And so now that I don't have to work, it doesn't matter what time I wake up. I don't have stress about staying up late. So even if we're out all day, I can still have this time to just like decompress. So, you know, I'm used to just being around myself. And so today, I woke up at like, maybe like 11 or so, leisurely got up out of bed, and I took a bath and it was so nice. And so for like 2 hours and some change, I took a bath where I, released any stagnant negative energy and just relaxed. It was so nice. It was so enjoyable. And so I just listened to some people I like on YouTube and chilled. It was amazing. And it was perfect too because I was like, I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. I love that when I'm like, wow, I'm right on time. I'm right exactly where I'm supposed to be. Perfect. I love when I come to that conclusion too. And I'm like, damn, I'm so glad I didn't rush. I'm so glad I didn't stress because I was going to end up exactly where I was supposed to be anyway. So the rush and the stress, maybe if that's fun for me, sure. But if it's not, if it's just something that's causing me anxiety, leave it. Leave it. Yeah. You're here to enjoy yourself, okay? Don't forget it. Because this world is definitely going to try to make you forget it. It's going to try to make you take everything seriously. And, that's just not what this is about. Okay. Well, I guess that's all I got. If I want to say anything else, I'll come on again. But yeah, Monday and Tuesday were just like real chill ass days for me. I loved it. And yeah, the message I got from it definitely is there is no need to rush. There is no need to stress. Just enjoy yourself. And when you know that that's the goal, to enjoy yourself, then it helps reorient you during those times where you're like, wait, am I supposed to be doing something? You're supposed to be enjoying yourself. So maybe that just means like take a breath. Maybe that means go take a nap. All right, my loves. Bring your forehead up against the screen, okay? I love you. 2222. And this is all made up. All right? So, man, this guy was so obsessed with me today. Oh my goodness. I can't believe how much he commented. That's so wild. How embarrassing. Oh, God, that's so sad. His parents probably don't love him. I get it. He seems really insufferable. I also wouldn't love him. I would have aborted him. I wouldn't even have given him a chance. And so, ladies, look what happens when you don't abort. This man ends up, your child ends up on oh my God, I can't believe how many messages there are right now. Oh my God, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I can't believe that. I'm so powerful. Wow. Man. I just would never think to like spend my valuable energy like trolling a stranger, but man, that must be a powerful stranger. If I were to think to do that, I would be like, whoa, what a powerful stranger. So I love that. Oh, thank you, Billy. Oh my gosh. Thank you, chat. Thank you, Mod, my sexy pit crew. Man, he's so, baby, you got to teach these boys how to attract a woman. My God. All they know how to do is repel. Wild. Sad. Hate to see it. All right, my darlings. Yeah. If this resonated with you. Oh, give me a golf club. Give me a golf club or a golf ball. 'Cause I played Top Golf yesterday. Okay? Also, shout to everyone who's like still working a 9 to 5 who has to do a commute every day. I don't know how you do it. That is, man, they're really trying to dysregulate you. They're really trying to keep you away from the things that matter. So, don't let them. Don't let them. Yeah, because you're supposed to be enjoying yourself, and like, it's tough to do on a commute like that. All right. Anyway, love you guys so much. Give me a like, give me a comment, give me a subscribe. Unless you're this dude, Billy, you're gonna have to figure out how to weed some of these people out. Oh my Lord. I'm a sweetheart, okay? So don't be fucking weird. All right, my darlings. I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Salam. And yalla, bye.